ministry with Making Provisions for Ministries, hosted by Bishop Jerome Jones. This show is all about aiding ministries in financial growth and prosperity. Tune in weekly as we delve into strategies for expanding ministries and acquiring the necessary resources for survival in today's world. Discover practical solutions and actionable steps applicable to any congregation. Don't miss Making Provisions for Ministries with Bishop Jerome Jones. It's time to take your ministry to new heights.
Well, good evening and welcome to Making Provision for Ministries, Reaching the Next Generation, and Jerome Jones Ministries. We are excited to say the least about what is happening and what we have this opportunity to present to you. And I'm going to just take you into some different accounts and let you see what is taking place as of today. Now, I'm going to just talk with you about how you can turn $100 into thousands over a period of either 3 years, 5 years, or 7 years. And I know that that's not that appealing to the vast majority of people that watch these broadcasts. And because it is not that appealing to the vast majority of the people that watch these types of broadcasts, the vast majority of the people never get to benefit from the experience of success from this type of program that's been around for decades. And there's nothing new, but most people are looking for instant gratification. In other words, we live for the now, and we don't have the tendency to be patient and wait or accept things that are a process of time. We have come to be mostly in a microwave society, that everything got to be instant and right now. But I'm here to tell you that people that are earning literally hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, they are earning it from this project and projects like these all over the world. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter what your status is. It does not matter. You don't need a certain income. You don't need a credit score or rating. You do not need to be experienced in nothing as it relates to a certain job description. You don't need to have any of those burdens, and yet you can be a part of a project that will allow you to take $100 and turn it into thousands. Now, I'm going to show you my account that has 3 of these contracts that are actively earning me income every day. I'm going to actually show you what I made in income today, and I'm going to show you what these contracts has paid me up to this point. Now, I'm going to go through our slides today. I have been doing these broadcasts and have not done the slide presentation in quite a while. So I'm going to go through the slides today and allow you to see a little visual of the things that I'm talking about, because I simply want to talk with you about it. This is not trying to have a formal broadcast or presentation is to educate you on what is available to you. Now, I'm going to show you some numbers and etc. I'm going to show you some potential income, but I can't tell you that this is guaranteed because we have to have a disclaimer on any financial programs. But I am going to show you my account, take you into my back office, show you my live account, and show you how these three contracts are paying me money every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And I don't have to do a thing. All I'm doing now is just logging into my back office and tracking the income that I am being paid from these three contracts. And I'm about to get another contract. I'm going to do many more contracts over time. But I want to explain to you how it works. So let me invite you right now. Why don't you call up somebody and say, I want to you to take a look at a broadcast that is being aired right now. And if you're getting this on our YouTube channel, you can log in and get your comments answered in real time. They will show up right here and I will answer them. I really want you to understand this. And so this is going to be a rather longer version of the uh, presentation because I'm going to go through the PowerPoint slides and I'm going to take you into the back office of my own personal accounts. And I'm going to show you the three contracts that are active and then show you the dates that we started those contracts and show you the money that those contracts have already paid us and also tell you what will be the total estimated monies that will come from each one of these contracts and the term that these contracts are for. So now let's go to the slide presentation and get through these PowerPoints, and that way we'll be able to cover the majority of the things. And then from the PowerPoint presentation, when I finish the PowerPoints, I'm going to take you into my back office and show you the actual account with the actual contracts, with the actual money that's in those contracts up to this day. So I'm going to share my screen. And in this time, I'm going to share, let's see, the slide presentation so that I thought I had that slide presentation up here. I just had it on the screen. Maybe it is going to be here. Let's see what that says. There it is. So I want to go to the very beginning of this presentation. And that way we will get a chance. I am doing something that I didn't intend to do. I thought that was going to take me back to the let's go back here. Let's go. Just bear along with us a moment. We're going to take you to the beginning and then come forward. No, that's not doing that either. So let's go here. Let's go here. And I think we can make this a little bit smaller and we'll be able to go back. I'm hoping that I can just back um, space all the way through to the beginning of this. It's on 17 now. I need to go back to the very beginning. And I thought that's to fit it to screen. Okay, that's our zoom. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Let me just uh, when I said this was going to be I wasn't looking for a formal meeting. I didn't anticipate it. It would be truly as informal or as it is shaping up to be. So let's see where my arrows are. I'm not seeing any of my arrows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a moment so that I can get the right window. And when I get the right window, I'll go back to sharing my screen because I want you to see this from the very beginning. And we can't do that if we don't have the right screen here. Okay, that's not what I want. Don't want to do that. Okay, we're going to keep working. And I think we're getting close. Yep, we're getting close. I figured it out. And we're going to reduce this down some. And that will take us there. Now let's go back to sharing my screen. And we will take you through the slide presentation. These are slides that I just put together. I wrote them out, put some information on them so that you could see it and I could explain it and talk from each one of the slides. So that's what you're about to see right now. But I hope you'll put on your patience. You know, in a world where there's a lot of hustle and bustle, uh, people talking really fast, and you're not comprehending all of what is being said, and we entertain people that got these certain lines that they keep repeating because that's really what they want you to get without getting into the details of what might not be a legitimate program. So I want to just share with you. You know, I'm Jerome, and I am in it, and I'm so glad to be in it. And I wholeheartedly would suggest that you hear this information, watch it, and make an educated decision for you and your family. So let's go now back to the screen share. This time we should be able to see what we need to see here. I hope I got that right. Let's see. Let me just make sure. Don't want to. So now we're here at the first slide. The new money. When we talk about new money, we're talking about the new money that will become the world currency. That is cryptocurrency. How a small investment can change your world. This is the Bitcoin right here. I know you've heard about Bitcoins. I know you've heard cryptocurrency, and you've heard a lot of things. You've heard some things that was not true. You've heard some things that were true. But I can tell you this, cryptocurrency is here to stay. It is here to stay. It will be the universal currency In just a few years, it is outpacing any other currency available to man today. And the United States of America has also announced that cryptocurrency will be the universal currency of America and around the world. And this is important because America has the world currency in the dollar, and that is losing its value. It's being devalued. But America is smart in that sense. When it comes to finances, monies, America is pretty smart, and therefore they are have vastly made a shift to embrace cryptocurrency and to be the leader. And there are nations all over the world that are also stocking more money in cryptocurrency than they are in the US dollars. So I want you to know that it's not a fluke. This is real, real money. I buy things right now using cryptocurrency. So this is not a fluke. It is the way of the financial future of the world. So now let's go to the next slide. When I was doing this before, I had a a button here that I could have just clicked on, and it just moved to the slide. I don't know what I'm doing. When I said this was going to be informal, I didn't expect this, but there it is. Now, these are just some bullet points that I put here to jar your thinking, you know, because if you don't prepare for your financial future, who will? If you don't secure your family and loved ones' future, who's going to do it? You know, provide for your own retirement. In this day, we got many people retiring with no money. They're not able to live any sort of a quality life on their Social Security. There are many people today around the world are losing their money in 401ks. They're losing money in the pension plans and insurance policies that they took out and had to cash them out because of the economy. And we've just seen in the last month, trillions of dollars were lost from the stock market. This loss came from people's 401ks, retirement plans, pension plans, and you may be one that was on the receiving end of that loss. I know people personally that lost over $100,000 in one day, $180,000 in one day out of their retirement savings. So I want you to understand this. You've got to make educated decisions that will promote the quality of life you want in your older years and for your children and grandchildren's future, and not leave a legacy of debt, but leave a legacy of wealth for the next generation. Now we look further. Cryptex and cryptocurrency is a financial match made for you. Cryptex is just awesome. It is not a company. It is not um, an outfit that has a location. Uh, there are no CEO. It doesn't have that, and it's all anonymous. And I'm going to talk about that and the value of it being anonymous. So, Cryptocurrency is the actual money, and Cryptex will manage that money. I just want to give you this as we go through it. So let's learn now how to leverage cryptocurrency that gives you the best retirement plan. Let's learn something here. I'm not interested in a fly by night. I'm not interested in just trying to rush you to a decision, because I believe that educated people about a matter makes the best decisions. So I'm not interested in just trying to rush you to, because it's not going to change me no matter what you do. I'm already in. I don't have any other work to do. I don't have to recruit anybody. My income is not based on you signing up for something. My income is not based on me training you. It's not based on any of that. The money that I'm going to show you that I am being paid every single day is money that is being paid to me from these three contracts, where I don't do anything at all but look into my back office and verify or count the money that has increased from yesterday to today. And tomorrow, if the Lord's willing, it's going to increase again. And the next day, and the next day, for the total term of the contract. So now let me go to the next slide. We're going to learn though some key benefits for being associated with the Cryptex project. I need to stress this. This is a project. It is not an investment. You are not making investments as it relates to stocks and bonds and options and that of sorts. You are being exposed to a project, given an opportunity to participate in an existing project where you have no responsibility to do anything. Once you activate your contract, you have no responsibility. And you are not accountable for any financial responsibilities once you activate your contract. Now, I don't know about you, but I know how that hits with me. I love the idea that I have the potential to earn what those numbers are, and I don't have any financial exposure. Now, that's a win. And I'm going to show you just how it is a win, because I know that people are saying, well, that's just too good to be true. Well, if you listen and follow me through, you will change your mind. I can submit to you that you will change your mind, because you when you say it's too good to be true, because you haven't seen it. And it doesn't cost you anything to watch it. It doesn't cost you anything at all. It's not going to change me either way, because I told you I'm already in. I'm already doing it, and I'm going to do it again. And you're going to see another addition to uh, my income when I do make that next contract. But let's look at getting started. Cryptex allows you to benefit from a starting balance of either $30,240 or a starting balance of $43,200. And they allow you to do that by only paying a non-refundable fee of $100 to activate one contract. Now that's what I need you to understand. That statement right there. You say, well, Bishop Jones, I don't have $30,240 as a starting balance. I don't have $43,200 as a starting balance. And if I did, I wouldn't want to sink it into a project with the risk of losing that. And that's why I can tell you that this project is super good. And if you compare it with the stock market, this is it. It's head and shoulders above that. Compare it with your pension fund, it's head and shoulders above that. Compare it with Social Security, it's head and shoulders above that. This is a project that preserves your interests, reduce your risk, and has the potential to cover all of your financial situations. Now, so if it's not, if you don't have that money, I never said you need $43,200 or $30,240 because the day that you activate a contract, depending on the term of the contract, the length of it, if you activate a 3-year contract, you're going to have deposited in your account $30,240 on that very same day. No credit check, no financial information, no nothing on that. No, not even talking with people. You're not even going to have to talk with anybody on that very same day, instantly, because it's already set. The money is already in your contract. All you're going to do is activate it. It's a done for you deal. So if you was to activate a contract right now at 9:03 p.m., that 30,000 or $43,000 would be in your account at 9:03 p.m. right now. All for the activation fee of one single $100 bill. You see my disclaimer because that's regulated by the feds and they require all institutions, all individuals that is going to do service in the financial industry to always put this disclaimer there. So all you got to do if you want to check that out, just go to some site that's presenting a financial program and you'll see a disclaimer. So that's normal. Got to do it. But I can always testify and show you what my accounts is doing, what is happening with this project that I'm a part of. What is it doing for me? And I love that position because I think that when you can show what it's doing for you, number one, that lets people know that you believe it and you believe in it and you are in it. Okay, and then it also let people see in real time what this project is doing for you. And I love that, be able to show you that. So let's go to the next slide. Here's the Bitcoin right there again. And what is Cryptex and how does it work? Well, we're going to stroll right on through. So what is it? Cryptex is a community-based project where operation is anonymous. Let me say that definitely again. Cryptex is a community-based project where operation is anonymous. In other words, nobody don't know none of us. There is no CEO, no company, no business location or location. Cryptex utilizes a blockchain-based DeFi staking protocol as its point of earning, or point for earning. I'm going to talk about that as we go through these slides. But I want to encourage you to check out blockchain.com, blockchainexplorer.com. Check these things out. If you feel the need to do that, check that out. The blockchain network in the financial industry is worldwide, and it is the most safest and secured financial transactions available to man anywhere on the planet. So I really want you to check it, because I could go on the blockchain and see my transactions because I know them. I know the numbers, and I have the numbers, so I can go there and take a look and see that the transaction went through. But I don't need to do that because I made purchases with the money that I use in the blockchain for transactions. So if I didn't have the money, I wouldn't have been able to make the purchase. So it's a non-issue there. Now, Cryptex maintains partnerships with banks. These are key parts here. This is what you don't know. Cryptex maintains partnership with banks, insurance companies, and individual account holders, working uniformly to generate profits for all parties involved. Cryptex does the management of this project. The banks are a partner in the project. The insurance companies are a partner in the projects, and you have an opportunity to be a partner in the project. Okay. And each one of these parties have a responsibility. Each one of them have an input. Okay. And Cryptex is managing this project and paying the banks, the insurance company, and the individual, and they receive their pay as well. You don't have to make any of these payments. You don't have to invest nothing. You do not have to make any monthly payments. You do not have to buy any stocks. You don't have to trade any stock. You don't have to do anything other than activate a contract. That's all you got to do. So Cryptex provides anonymity for all parties, and this project been operating since 2016. So it's got a long resume and record of successful account holders that is stood the test and is publicly available today. It's been that way. As of the time of this recording a document that we took the information from, there are over 1 million account holders worldwide. Account holder is called participants. So you have 4 parties here. You have Cryptex, you have the bank, you have the insurance company, and you have you as a participant. So let's go to the next slide here. The simple process with low risk. I don't think you will find anything like this. I don't think there's been anything like this where the risk has been reduced to a single $100 bill, no matter what the earnings potential are, your risk it has been reduced to a single $100. That's the maximum you can lose in 3 years, or the same in 5 years, or the same in 7 years. Okay, so now the players I've said is number one, DeFi staking contracts. That's what Cryptex put together, this DeFi staking contracts. Another simple term that you can remember maybe quickly and easy is smart contracts. It's smart too. Anytime you can get a contract that's already got 30,000 or 40 plus $1,000 in it without you having to put your money in it, that's a smart contract and a very beneficial one for you. So we see these on the screen. So we're going to be talking about them individually. So let's move to what is DeFi staking. It is the process of keeping your assets in a smart contract. That's what I was just saying. In exchange for the accumulation of interest. Now, guys, you know interest been around for years, and they talking about Feds lowering the interest rate. That dictates how much money you have to pay and how much money you earn. That's what happens. Okay, I'm gonna have to make sure I get my read my plug here. It looks like my computer is about to get is about to expire because of the battery. So let me just take a moment and plug this in, and that'll save that. Now, this company generates this project generates this interest, accumulation of interest. Cryptech assets are locked for a contractual period of time. Now, you can't, I don't want to run over this. I told you I just want to talk about it. I'm not going to try to run through it. I want you to understand it. The crypto assets, they are locked for a contractual period of time in order to generate passive income. What does that mean? That means you're not going to get this money until 3 years later, or 5 years later, or 7 years later. The term of the contract will determine the amount of money you get. The longer the term, the more interest you will be collecting. The shorter the term is just the opposite, the less interest you're going to collect. But either way, you're going to get, you have the opportunity to get so much more. Okay, so I want you to understand this smart contract, because it's the money is locked in. That means you can't go in and pull the money out and do something that you want to do with it if the term of the contract has not expired. You can only get this money when the term of the contract expires. That's not new. That's been around for years. When I was a kid, there was CDs, certificates of deposits. You had to put so much money on that certificate and let it stay there till the certificate of deposit matured. Same thing with U.S. savings bond. They had to mature over 10, 20, or 30 years. The same thing when you have term life insurance policy that has a cash value. Not so. You can't touch it like that, or you won't have that cash value when that policy run its course. The same thing with your 401ks. If you got a 401k, you know that the stock market can drop and you're going to drop thousands of dollars. You also know that you can't just go pull your money out of that 401k or out of that IRA account without suffering severe penalties. So this is not new, but the reason it's a smart contract, you don't have to wait 10, 30 years, 10, 20, 30 years. The reason also it's a smart contract because it is compounding this interest every day at a rate of 0.1% to 0.3%. That's compounded every day. The reason it's a smart contract is because the banks themselves is putting up the capital on your behalf, on the behalf of this contract that you get to activate for only $100. That's the reason it's a smart contract, because you get to get a benefit using the bank's money. And so that is just, I mean, a tremendous uh, head start for anyone to start out with $43,200 in your account on the very first day without you having to put $1 in the account. That's what will happen when you activate one contract. Now, number 2 on this slide says locked assets protects the blockchain network's ability to generate crypto profits. And as a reward, the stakes participants receive returns. So every day, money is being traded, invested, profits are being earned every day on the blockchain network. And that money is now being paid to every member that is a part of the Cryptex project. And we've seen there are 4 parties. We have Cryptex, we have the bank, we have the insurance company, and we have you as the individual. So look at number 3. DeFi staking is considered the modern savings account, but much more lucrative. Why? Because daily rewards are possible with staking. Cryptex averages a variable 0.1% to 0.3% per day from its staking and compounds the interest daily for profitable returns. Every day, there's a new income total in my account. What is what is the product slash asset? The DeFi hybrid contract. A DeFi hybrid contract, that's what we're talking about. In short form, it's the smart contract. This is a contractual agreement between the contract, that's the DeFi hybrid contract, the insurance company, and the bank. The contract contains the provision of capital in US dollars, which is the starting balance given not by you, but by the bank to the contract for a term of 3, 5, or 7 years. So, in other words, the bank says, I'll give this $30,240 to this contract for 3 years. And then the bank said, I'm going to give this $43,200 to this 5-year contract or this 7-year contract. When the bank does that, that money is locked in and cannot be withdrawn until either the 3-year term is over, 5-year term is over, or the 7-year term is over. Okay. And every day now that that money is there, interest has to be paid. And when interest is paid on that money, then the amount that is paid is still staying right there, which increases the balance that's in the account every day. And if the balance is being increased every day, you're getting a higher return every day, because as the balance goes up every day, the amount of earned interest goes up every day. So this is amazing. Now, remember now, it's you didn't put your money there. I didn't put my money there, but I am getting paid every day from these activated contracts. Now, users activate a contract. What I just said, each contract has a non-refundable activation fee of only 100 US dollars. Now, we're not going to start this process and then say, oops, I don't want to do it. I want my money back. That's not happening. You're gonna make a decision. You're gonna shove out a $100 bill, and whether you want it or not, the contract goes to work as soon as you do it. It starts earning money as soon as you do it. So if you don't want it, it's still going to earn the money. And the other part about it is that no one else can get the money. No one can get the money. If you don't want it, it'll just sit there because no one has access to it. The government don't have access to it. No one else in cryptex have access to it. It's all anonymous, and the only person that knows it and know how to access it is you. So if you didn't want it, you can't stop it from happening. Once you activate a contract, you can't stop it from happening. It's a smart contract. Everything is already set. And so if you get to the end of the 5 years and say, oh, I don't want it, or in the middle of the 5 years and you say, I don't want it. Well, first of all, there's nothing to do. There's no work to be done. So I can imagine anybody getting through the 5 years and say, I don't want it, because there's just no work to be done at all. You just wait. It's going to be working for you every single day, increasing your account every day. Okay. And that $100 that we use to activate a contract is deposited in cryptocurrency. And that is either through Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash, which is used for the distribution and inter-system operations. So that's what is used to actually manage all of the paperwork, the bureaucracy, and the pay out dividends and etc. That's what that $100 is for. It activates the contract, and it has a working capital that comes from that $100 to work the inner system operations. So let's go to the next slide. The participant. We're going to talk about this individual. To participate with only a $100 US activation fee, you can secure a 3, 5, or 7-year DeFi staking hybrid contract, which contains a starting balance of, so you can see it on your screen, from the very first moment you activate the contract. If you choose a 3-year, you're going to have $30,240 in your account. If you choose a 5 or 7-year, then you're going to have $43,200 in your account. Now, guys, I don't know how that land with you. But this is why you can't always jump to a conclusion that to say it's impossible, or if it's too sound too good to be true, then it's probably not true. You can't make those kind of blanket statements because the banks are putting their money into this contract. Why would the bank do that? Why would they put their money in the contract and you not be required to put any money in the contract? Each participant is considered an account holder and may open an account anonymously with just an email address upon registration. So you get registered with this company, and I've got the registration is it will be on the screen. It should be the not the registration, but the website link is there, and there's more information on that website that you want to look at. But if you scroll down where it says get started, click the button. It'll give you the window to open a free cryptex account wallet. It doesn't cost you nothing to open it. Now, you because you're gonna need it if you decide to be a participant in this project. These starting balances compound over the length of the term. So, if you choose a 7 year, it will compound every day, 5 year every day, or 3 years every day. Now, let's go to the next slide and talk about the insurance company. The insurance company insures the wallet for loss or default and was developed by the partner insurance company specifically for the cryptex project. Now, this is one of the most essential pieces that benefits people like me because you can take many risks and sometimes you come out on the negative side of that. There are many people have lost thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars because they took a risk and did not win. This is something that I can appreciate. The banks loan this money, but the insurance company is guaranteeing this money. In the case that there's a loss or there is a default, you and I don't have any financial responsibility. We don't have to pay not one single dime. We don't have to talk to anybody. We don't have to provide any documents. There is nothing. When I say that there is nothing that we have to do, then that means there is absolutely no responsibility, no exposure financially for you and I. We didn't put up the capital, so we can't lose the capital. We could have lost the capital if it was not insured. So the insurance company is vital to peace of mind, knowing that you're not going to run the risk of losing. First of all, you don't have to invest your lifelong savings in this. You don't have to borrow money to get started. You don't have to subject your money to loss. We're given we are being given the money by the banks to the contract. Okay. And that money is being insured by the insurance company. Why would the insurance company do this though? The insurance company stands to benefit financially by receiving secure monthly payments from the staking profits of every single contract. They receive this without interruption for the entire term of the contract. This is automated, removes the human factor, and assures they are collected. And just to tell you, the insurance company, for every 3-year contract, they're making $210 a month for 3 years. That's 36 a month, you know. And let's go to this 5-year contract. They're making $300 a month every month for 5 years. So the insurance company is getting paid very, very good. So that's why they would do this. Let's go to the next slide. Let's talk about the bank. Based on the insurance coverage, the partner bank they work with provides the capital for the contract. So what is this telling you? If there was no insurance coverage, the banks wouldn't be involved. But based on the insurance coverage, then the partner bank that they work with will provide the capital for that contract, be it a 3-year, 5-year, or 7-year. So why would the bank do this? The bank also, like the insurance company, benefits financially by receiving secure annual interest from the staking profits without interruption for the entire term of the contract. This too is automated. It removes the human factor, and it assures that the bank is able to collect. Let's look at what all of this means for you. It means because of these 4 components, profits can be generated with the addition of compounding. So let's take a look at the contract expectations and the power now of compounding. Number 1, we have the DeFi staking contract. 2, there is the account holder. 3 is the banks. 4 is the insurance company. Let's look at the 3-year contract. 3 years, the capital that the bank gave is $30,240. The term is a 36 month. The insurance fee is $210 a month. The handling fee, that's Cryptex, is $30 a month. The loan interest bank is a variable 6.75% per year. The staking rewards is done every day. Compounding, yes, it compounds. Contract fee, that's their $100 contract fee. That's your activation fee. How does it get deposited? With cryptocurrency. And as you can see, the little asterisk, it's letting you know that the insurance, the processing fee, the annual interest fee is paid by the generated staking profits. Past results are no guarantee of future successes. So you don't have to worry about paying none of this. You don't even talk to any of the people. They don't even know who you are. They have their fees set. They are collecting their monthly fees, and the bank at the end of the year is getting that 6.75%, and you are receiving at the end of the contract term the monies that are paid into your account that is already sitting there, that is being paid every day for the duration of the contract term. Let's go to the next slide. As I said here, before I get there, in 3 years, these funds compounding daily, a starting balance of $30,240 will be approximately $65,337.28. We'll talk about how that money is dispersed in the next slide. That's for a 3-year contract here, and then we'll talk about the 5. The $30,240 is returned back to the bank because it was a loan. Where did it come from? It came out of that $65,000. Number two, the user is left with $35,097.28 for activating a $100 contract. So you activate a $100 contract and do absolutely nothing else. Don't ever pay another dime. Don't have to sell nothing, buy nothing, recruit anybody, train anybody. And at the end of that contract term, you have over $35,000. That is an astounding deal right there. Okay. But let's look at the 5 year contract. That's where I'm at. The bank gave a loan of $43,200. But in 5 years, compounding every day, the ending balance is $514, $514,687 and approximately 63 cents. That's after 5 years. That's a single $100 activation fee. Again, at the at the end of the contract, the bank gets back the $43,200. They've already been paid the annual interest from the profits. And the user, who is the participant, you or me, get the $471,487 and approximately 63 cents for activating a $100 contract for 5 years. Now you just got to put your head around this and ask these questions. Is cryptocurrency real? You can find that from all over the world. Yes. Ask the question, does banks do compounding interest? And answer that question, you can find it all over the world. Yes. Is it new? No. Is cryptocurrency just came out last year? No. There is years, and it is all over the world. And you can also, when you say cryptocurrency, people think you're locked into some special Bitcoin or there's a number of coins, but you can always convert that to US dollars if that's what you want to spend. It doesn't matter. It's currency, but it's a better currency as it as it grows to have that universal appeal. So now let's go a little bit further. We only have another one of these because we kind of covered all of these slides, and that's a good thing. So you can see that there is a substantial difference between a 36-month contract and a 60-month contract. Just one 36-month contract is estimated to return $35,097.28 in profit for the account holder. However, just one 60-month contract is estimated to return $471,487 in profit for the account holder. Each contract compounds daily interest on the starting balance and averages between 0.1 and 0.3 per day or higher. And that starting balance is referring to whatever your balance is every day. What do your account balance reflect every day? That's what they are compounding and paying you the profits from that process. All for the same $100 activation fee. You can have multiple contracts. Okay, now, so I want to say to you, and I'm going to stop right there and stop sharing my screen now, and I'm going to come back to person. So we took an hour and we covered the the presentation through the slides. And so I want to now take you into my back office and show you the three contracts that I have that are paying me an income every day. And we'll do so until, let's see, April the 26th in the year of 2030. That's when my final contract that I have right now will expire. Now, I have one that will expire before then. I have two that will expire before then. But the last contract of the three will expire, will be over on April the 26th in the year of 2030. Now, let's go. Let's go to sharing again. And let me make sure I'm going to be able to log in. I think so. I think so. So I'm going to hit the share screen again, guys. And I told you this is just informal. And so I don't want you to lose patience because I want you to have the information. Listen, I'm going to be fine because it's not, once you activate the contract, you can't stop it. So it's just going to make the money anyway. So it's not predicated on what you do. Okay, that's what I want to drive home to you. So now I'm going to go to share my screen again. And this time we're going to go into my dashboard. And that's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. I want to go into this one right here so that you can see me actually logging in. So here is my login page to my Cryptex account. Now you need this account, guys. You need this account. Let me show you the page that what it looks like. See this here? This is what the sign up page look like. It doesn't cost you nothing to get this account. Go ahead and get this account from if you don't see my credentials in here, then don't get the account because they're going to ask you, how did you get it? Who referred you? And you'll have to have that. You have to sign it up through that link to have an upline sponsor. Okay, else they're not going to accept your application. So make sure you follow the system. You won't go any way wrong if you just follow the system. So let me come back here. This is the page that logs me in. So I'm going to hit the log in, and we're going to go for a ride into the back office, my back office, for instance. And we're going to look at some numbers and look at some things. I haven't had these accounts long. One of them I only got last week. So about a little over a week ago. And one of them I've got about 6 weeks ago, and one of them I started the last week of December in 2024. So what you're looking at here, I'm just going to explain it because you're looking at these numbers, and I'm sure that sometimes you have questions. Well, what's that? So I'm just going to explain, and I may not explain everything, but all of the essentials I am going to explain because I want you to know what the essential parts are. This is my wallet. If I will hit this down here, it'll just have my wallet number ID here. It have my email account. That's all you need to get it. Mine is by from yourself at gmail.com. So this is me. You can look at my profile here and etc. Account setting. And this is sign out when I'm ready to sign out. But this over here is what holds my wallet balance. This is the overview balance wallet available. That tells you how much money I got available now, which is a measly $3.19. Now, I don't mind if you send me some money to put in that wallet, you know, but that's what's there. When I get ready to buy another or activate another contract, I will deposit the $100 in cryptocurrency in here, and then I will activate another contract, whether it's 3 year, 5 year, or 7 year. You can see here this amount here is the overview total stake balance. The total stake balance equals the money that the bank loaned the contract plus the interest that these contracts have paid me. So that means we have $122,441.99 in the staked balance account right now. This is up to date right now. And we can see here that there are 3 DeFi hybrid contracts that are active. The bank loaned me a total of $116,000, $116,640. That's this figure right here. And you see that lock there? That lock means that these funds cannot be touched. They're not available for withdrawal at all. They're there to generate passive income, and out of that income or interest payments, out of that interest, they pay all of the parties. Okay. Now, the bank loaned these 3 contracts, as I said, this $116,640. These 3 contracts has paid already $5,801.99. Now that is my real money. That's what's in my account, and it is also locked. So now this money can't be just taken out of this account, out of the staking pool, and do things with. It has to stay there for the term of the contract. So if we drop down, we'll see that 116 plus 5, that's where we get this 122,000. That's what the total is. We can see that today they paid me $128.21. That's what I was put in my account today. Total last week paid me $1,198.64. But when we go back and get a total month, it paid $2,864.49. And what you're going to see now, you're going to see a month now, it's going to pay me like $6,000. And then it's going to keep getting higher and keep getting higher because I got these accounts now. And as they compound the interest, and the compounded interest is added to the original balance, then it's going to be compounded again, which means I'm going to get a higher interest payment into my account. So this going to mushroom into something that is higher and higher as the time is ran in these contract terms. So let's look a little bit further into this, and you'll see now this is a bigger version here. That's what is in my account. This says overview profits log. These are my profits, the payments that came from these three contracts is $5,801.99. Now, let me say this here. These three contracts cost me $100 each. That means I put out $300. Look what that balance is. That balance is $5,800. That means I'm $5,500 above the $300. But guess what? When that account gets to be $200,000, how much money will I have put out? Only $300. This is an enormous benefit. And you say, well, how are we doing that? Well, we're doing it because, again, the bank put up the capital, insurance company guaranteed it, and Cryptex is managing it, and I activated the contract because the bank cannot make a loan to itself. Even though they loan the money to the contract has to be assigned to a human being. And so the activation fee, by coming from me, gives me ownership in the contract without the risk of the contract. Now, I know that grabs some of you the wrong way for a lack of understanding, but that's why we get insurance, so that we don't have to pay in the case of an accident. That's why we get insurance. And this was a very smart move, because now it enables the little guy to take part in a project that pays into the thousands and millions of dollars. It allows the little guy to do it without sinking all of their life savings in it, without sinking big chunks of their retirement fund or accumulated cash, without having to be exposed to the losses of their life savings. That is just a brilliant concept, if you ask me. Now, we're going to look a little bit further. I'm going to go right here to active staking because it has some more information that we can dissect. And here we are. It's basically what I've just told you, but I want to break these three contracts down and show you that this 3-year contract right here, DeFi 36, that's 3 years, it started with $30,240 in US dollars. And now that 3-year contract has $32,586.16. That means that I have a profit from the 3-year contract of $2,346.16. And today, that 3-year contract made $20.12. Okay, that's how these account is growing every day. But let's look at the 5-year contract. And this 5-year contract was the two contracts that are 5 years was loaned $86,400. That's $43,200 each. The amount that's in the account now is $89,855.82, which gives me a profit between the two 5-year contracts of $3,455.82. Today, these two 5-year contracts brought me another $108.09. Now, guys, understand this. I'm not doing anything. I guarantee your money in the bank did not make that kind of money. I'm not doing anything. I'm just, checking my earnings every day, but I'm not laboring. I'm not stressing. I'm not, it's $100 and the $100 is over 3, 5, or 7 years. Now, who is it that is in today's world that can't put $100 if you got any kind of money for 5 years? That's $20 a year, and have the opportunity to bring home $471,000. Who is it that understands this and don't decide to do it? Who is that person? Who is that person that understands that the bank is going to give you the money to start with, insure the money so you never have to pay it back? Cryptex is going to manage all of the handlings of it and pay you profits every day. And those profits are going to far exceed anything you've done. And you have no financial exposure and no responsibility to work at no time. So I wanted to give you the education. Let's look down here now and dive a little bit further and see this 3-year contract. That's right here. Cryptex Hybrid D536. The start date of it was December 28th, 2024. The end date is December 27, 2027. As of today, the 3-year contract has $2,346.16, paid $20.12 today as profits. Let's look at the 5-year contract we have right here, 60 months. It was activated March 22nd, 2025. It will expire on March 21st, 2030. And as of today, this one 5-year contract that I had just 5, 6 weeks ago has paid me $2,785.93, has paid me $55.51 today. Then we have the second 5-year contract, which is right here. And this was started on April the 27th, 2025, just a little over a week ago. The end date on this one is April 26th, 2030. But already since the 27th of April, this account has paid me $669.89. It paid me another $52.58 today. So I hope that you got the gist of what this can do for you. I'm going to stop sharing my screen at this time. Oh my Lord. Did I just hope I didn't just wipe it out. Guys, pray for me. But this is the opportunity that I want you to understand fully. I just really want you to understand that you have a chance. You have a chance to take the advantage of what people have been doing for years. This is not new. They've been doing this for years. There's been compounded interest, and had we just put a little money, if we'd have put $100 aside back then, even 25, 30 years ago, we'd have hundreds of thousands now. So I want you to really consider this as something that it just, I'm trying to get my view back here, but this might just be something that you want to get involved with. You know, if you're a pastor, you're a minister of the gospel, or a brother or sister in Christ, this is making provisions for ministries. And I have a vision for what these funds will help us do in the kingdom of God with global evangelism. So, whether you're in ministry or not, in your home, your grandchildren, your sons and daughters, your nieces and nephews, all will do well to set aside $100 for a 5-year term and watch what happens. Because I know those of us that spend any money at all, we will spend more than $100 in 5 years for nothing but junk food. I got a bag of potato chips. Got them yesterday. Didn't eat not one of them. Thought I was going to eat them right away, but I didn't. But this thing here, it costs $2.59. I'll spend more than $100 in 5 years on potato chips and other stuff too, and won't get any benefit from it but a satisfying taste bud. But this, you could put this in operation, and it could very well be a life changing for a whole generation. So I wanted to just take time to say, look, here is the evidence. Here is what's at stake. Here is the parties that are involved. This is what your exposure is. You have no investment risk and you have no work labor to do. You have no monthly payments to make. The A and Z of your work is activating a contract on day one and then nothing else. So I want to give you that. I want to take time to say, okay, here's the program. Here's this project. And it is paying thousands upon thousands and millions of dollars out right now. When my 3 contracts expire, that's $1 million worth of interest that will have been paid into my 3 contracts. And guess what it cost me to activate those 3 contracts? $100 each. You cannot get better than that. If you find something better than this or even equal to this, I want to know. I honestly want to know. Now, if you say, I want to get involved, I know someone sent me a note that says, is this for everybody? Can people in other countries do this? Yes, anywhere in the world. You can do this anywhere in the world on a remote our island or in the middle of a desert. If you got internet connectivity, you can sign on, get your account, get activated, and do absolutely nothing else. That's all that's involved in this. So I want you to digest what I'm saying to you. I'm not trying to hype this project. I'm simply stating the facts. What are the facts? You know, many times people will say, well, you don't have to do nothing, but then you got to almost work yourself to the graveyard. Many times people say, oh, won't cost you nothing, won't cost you nothing. You got to worry about paying nothing. But as soon as you get in it, here come all the other up sales and up charge. If you really want this, you go, this is not that. When I said only costs you a non-refundable $100 activation fee, and the moment you do that, you're going to click a button and see either $30,000 plus in your account or $43,000 plus in your account, depending on the term that you select. So these are real banks putting real money there, because you can't get no compounded interest of monopoly money. That's not happening. And you're not going to get on the blockchain with monopoly money. You have to have real money. And these are real people, real banks, real insurance companies, and the money that is paid into these accounts come from real transactions. And you now have the opportunity to be a part of them. I hope you take that opportunity. Listen, I'm going to stop right there. I hope this has helped you. That's all I aim to do, is to help you. And if you need further information, reach out to me, and you can actually put it on Messenger, message me through Messenger, or get my my email or my phone is on many of these presentations in the description, and you can contact Mr. Bishop Jones. I like to get involved with that. Now, if you want me to look over your shoulder as your coach and coach you through setting up your site, then you'll pay a small nominal fee for our service package. That's if you want it. You can do it yourself. Yes, you can do this yourself. And you can probably get some help to do it yourself from other services that may even offer it free. I'm just not able to do it like that. But you don't really need me to set it up, because it's only going to take, if you do it like they instruct you to do it, in an hour, you're fully set and you can sit down to the end of the contract. So go ahead and get started. And if you need help, then you can reach back and say, Bishop Jones, I think I want to have you to help me get this set up, and we'll get involved with you and get it set up. And once it's set up, you can log in every day and see your results without you having to do any work at all. So I hope you take advantage of it. I'm going to leave you now. I'm Bishop Jerome Jones, saying to viewers here and around the world, if you go with God, I know that he will surely go with you. And you do now, by all means, have yourself a Jesus-filled day. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Making Provisions for Ministries, hosted by Bishop Jerome Jones. Join us every week as we discuss aiding ministries in financial growth and prosperity. This is your opportunity to delve into strategies for expanding ministries and acquiring the necessary resources for survival in today's world, and discover practical solutions and actionable steps applicable to any congregation. So until next time, God bless from your friends at Making Provisions for Ministries with host Bishop Jerome Jones.